Exam date, fee, and exam structure. So exam takes place twice a year. By the way, before I move on further, if you ask me how much valuable it is quite valuable, DIPA-IFR. Let me focus it again. DIPA-IFR is quite valuable. Who is usually doing it? I tell you, generally, my students who are accountants, senior accountants, chief accountants, auditors, independent or whatever. These are this is the most target market. So mostly these are the people who are taking this exam. So if you did your bachelor's in accounting from your university in your own country, you started your career, you are working as an accountant, usually accounting, this position accounting, you stay for 2 to 3 years. Then you progress to senior accountant level, and then you come to senior accountant level. Again, you stay there for 2 to 3 years. Then you get progress, you come to chief accountant level, you again come here for 2 to 3 years, and then you cannot move further. You cannot move further. And many times you do not even become chief accountant. You will get stuck at this level, senior accountant. You will never become chief accountant, because chief accountant usually are responsible for financial reporting. And if you do not have IFRS, you already have 5 years or 6 years of experience, maybe even 7 years, maybe even 8 years, and you are unable to become chief accountant. You get stuck. So this is the blockage. To remove this barrier, you need some additional qualification. And then many times it happens that chief accountants, you become chief accountant in a smaller company, which probably did not require you for IFRS. They just promoted you. So you were working as a chief accountant in a smaller company, and now you want to move to a bigger company. But that bigger company will not take you without qualification. So you need now this diploma qualification. So like I said, that it not only gives you knowledge, but it gives you recognition, and it adds quite significant weight to your CV. Now, exam date, fees, and structure. Now, listen, exam, it takes place twice a year. So this exam has always been twice a year. It happens in June and it happens in December first week. So usually the exam date is 8th of June or 8th of December. Exam fee, how do you register? First, you register as a student with ACCA for DIPA-IFR. Now, ACCA has 2 types of registration. One registration is ACCA registration, in which you are enrolling as an ACCA professional qualification 13 exam full qualification. That's a different thing. DIPA-IFR is a different thing. Maybe you might have registered in past with ACCA in ACCA qualification, and you paid the money. Now, if you want to register in DIPA-IFR, you need to register again. You need to pay fees separately because it's a separate line. Registration fee is 129 GBP. So you send your documents. Which documents I will explain you, and actually I can tell you now. So you need 4 things. You need a photo. You need your ID, photo ID, something, passport or identity card. You need your degree, bachelor's degree or master's, whatever you have, and you need your experience letter. And all of these need to be in English language. And you will scan them, you will send them to ACCA. Sorry. So these are the 4 documents. You will send these 4 documents to ACCA, and you will submit 129 GBP and 129 British pound sterlings. And in approximately 10 working days, they will accept you as a student. You will get an email that congratulations, you have been accepted as ACCA DIPA-IFR student. Once you get this email, now you are already registered. Then you will decide and you will book your exam. That is a second step, because it is possible, like we are now talking it is January 2022. So you might decide that I'm going to take exam in June 22. Or you might as well say that I will take exam in December 2022. So exam is booked like something like 6 weeks before the exam date. So somewhere by the end of April, so this exam, June exam, you should be booking somewhere end of April. And December exam, you can book. The last date is somewhere end of October. So end of April, you will say, yeah, I'm ready. I'm going fine, I'm satisfied, I am ready for June. And then you can go and pay this fee and you can register for your June session. If you are not prepared, you will not book the exam. You will wait until October, and then in October, you will register for your December session. So this is about exam. Now, about this exam structure, there are 4 questions. Each question is for 25 marks each. Each question is 25 marks each. The first question is always consolidation. So it's a 25 marks consolidation question. Until 2019, the consolidation question was 40 marks. And that was a very challenging question because 40% of the exam paper was a single question on consolidation. But then they changed structure in 2019 and they said that, okay, consolidation will have only 25 marks. And then they gave 3 other questions. Each question is for 25 marks each. So here you are tested on consolidation. Here you are tested on multiple different standards.